Hey guys, Dave here. We all know about shake and bake. You buy the box, stick the contents in a bag, put your chicken in, give it a shake, and bake it. And it seems to come out reasonably well, but we all know there are 1,000 different ways to coat chicken, and I decided to use Doritos. Yes, plain old Doritos, and it came out absolutely delicious. So let me show you how to do this. We are going to start by grabbing up 3 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. You can use thighs as well, and cut these into strips. It's entirely up to you how you want to cut them, but I make mine, I'd say about 1.5 inches wide. Then we are going to make a dredging station with some flour and season it up with about a teaspoon of salt. Another teaspoon or 2 of ground black pepper. About the same amount of garlic powder, and you know me, there's very little I do without using garlic. Of course, we can't have garlic without onion, so some onion powder. A teaspoon of smoked paprika, and if you can get smoked, use it because it is so much better. Last but not least, let's heat things up with some hot pepper flakes. Totally optional, but so good. Now grab up your fork and give it a good mixing until everything is well combined. Moving on to our second station, we're going to crack 2 eggs into a container. Follow it up with a splash of milk, I'd say about a tablespoon. And beat till it becomes a little bit on the frothy side. Next up, the star of the show, a bag of zesty, cheesy Doritos. So I am going to slip these into the chute of my food processor. And once again, this video has been brought to you by the good folks over at Magiccos. I have done a couple of other videos on this particular model, and I just love it. As a matter of fact, I don't know how my kitchen would function without it, so if you're in the market for a food processor, I will put all the links in the description below. Alright, we are just going to take a few seconds and pulse up our Doritos until we get something like this, and I have to say I'm really impressed with the texture. Now grab up those chicken strips, place them into the flour mixture, and just kind of throw them around until they are completely covered. Now for a dive into that egg mixture, and you want them completely covered again. So we'll just splash and sploosh these around for a minute or so. Then last but not least, into those Doritos, and make sure they get a really good coating and they are well covered once again. And I have to say here guys, I did use the zesty cheese, but you can use whatever flavor of Dorito you like. Alrighty then, our chicken strips onto a baking pan that I've coated with some baking spray. Then into a 375 degree Fahrenheit preheated oven for about 25 minutes. After 25 minutes, don't these look absolutely spectacular, guys? Wowzers. Of course, we'll go ahead and plate these up. I should mention too, you'll get about 12 or 15 strips out of these, depending on how thick you make them. Garnish them up with some chopped green onions just to make them all pretty like. And there they be, my friends, our Dorito coated chicken strips. In my opinion, these are much better than good old shake and bake. But of course, that's only my opinion. You will have to make them up to be the judge, and let me know in the description section below. Dorito coated chicken strips, ever so cute and tasty. And let's just cut into this and see what we have. Don't they look amazing? The chicken is done perfectly. And lo and behold, they are actually for baked chicken strips. They're crunchy on the outside. Amazing. Go ahead and dip these into some ketchup or honey mustard or whatever sauce you like, and the taste is just amazing. Believe me, your family, friends, and dinner guests will just go wild. And as I always say, if you're hungry for more, like and subscribe.